Hey guys, welcome back to another reset video. Right now we are officially halfway through 2026, and the different thing about this one is that I can't believe that it's been halfway through. Like, it doesn't really surprise me how fast the time goes anymore. I haven't really done something like this before. Like, I usually make yearly reset videos. Sometimes maybe every now and then I would make the monthly type, but we are doing a mid-year checkpoint. We are gonna do some things that I think is necessary for a reset, like cleaning up my room, decluttering, maybe some fun things as well. And then at the heart of this video, we are gonna go through the reflective part. We're gonna look back at the goals that we set at the beginning of the year or maybe at the end of last year. We're also gonna do some maybe small adjustments to those goals so it will be more achievable, and it doesn't have to be some big goals, you guys. I am not doing something grand or like overly productive. I'm just gonna do something that will set the tone for the rest of the year, and you get to decide what kind of tone you want it to be. So let's get started. I am actually ready to go out, but now that I have like 30 minutes or so, I'm gonna clean up my room first. Now, to be fair, it's not the worst state that a room could be in. Like, I just haven't made up my bed when I woke up this morning, but other than that, I don't think it's really that bad. I still left my laptop and my tiny desk in front of the mirror from when I was getting ready this morning, and the main thing about cleaning up my room today is that I haven't really wiped the surfaces in a bit. I used to do it weekly, but I haven't done really well lately, and I'm talking about top of the drawers, the wall decorations, the bed frame, but that's about it. It won't take long, but this is also your sign to clean up your room, tidy things up, make it look more put together, because I do believe in like the energy that we set in our room really affects us because it is our sanctuary. Great news for those of you who are planning to study abroad. Amber is offering you $50,000 of scholarship. Yes, you heard this right, $50,000 of scholarship. So Amber is a global student accommodation provider, but for you to be able to get this scholarship, you don't need to book a student housing first. And unlike any other scholarships, this one isn't based on your grades, but it's based solely on your dreams. And I'm going to explain to you how or why. To apply, you just need to go to the link on my descriptions, fill out the form, and here's why it is based on dreams. What you need to do is pitch your dream, what you want to do, why it matters to you, and how you're going to use this scholarship money to help you achieve your dreams. Because like, we know that a lot of the times, one of the main obstacles in achieving our dreams is the fundings, and so Amber is here to help you with that. They want to help you get rid of that specific obstacle and simply help students achieve their dreams. After you submit your applications, you just sit back, relax, and wait for the results. The deadline for the application is the 31st of August, so you have time to prepare your application. There are 4 categories that you can apply under, which are academic, creative, sport, and entrepreneurship. And you can apply from anywhere in the world as long as your destinations of studies are these countries below, like the UK, USA, Canada, Australia, Ireland, and Germany. What a great opportunity, right? To give you a better picture on what you need to do to apply, here's what it looks like after you click apply now. You're going to have to fill out some basic information like your name and contact info, which city you're currently based in, and where you're going to be studying at. I'm talking about the name of the university and its location, and when is the intake date. So that's the first part. The second and last one is pick the category, and then guess what? No essays needed. You just have to pitch your dream on this application form. So make it interesting and concise without leaving out important points. You can attach a link of your portfolio, and lastly a Google Drive link containing these files. You can also see some more information on the application site, including the how-tos and judgment criteria. And if you still have further questions, don't worry, you can contact them through these channels. They have a 24/7 customer service. Please, if you want to study abroad, don't miss out on this opportunity. Like, at least submit your applications first. It's just like, you definitely don't want to miss out on this. I know that I mentioned about how you don't need to book an accommodation just yet, but by any chance you're also looking for one, I also put the link on the descriptions. It's just right under the link for the scholarship application. And yes, I am going to redirect you to book your student accommodation with Amber as well, because like, why not use the best platform? Okay, please go to both links on my description, and good luck. brunch. As I mentioned earlier, we are getting into the more fun part of the video, which I am just going out to have some brunch with my friend. I think it's of my reset routine video or just like getting my life back together videos. I always include like meeting my friends because I think ever since I hit my mid-20s, it takes more effort to just keep in touch with friends, and I want to include that. I want to keep in mind that I need to stay in touch with my friends and know how they're doing, know what's new in their lives, and I just love having like cute brunches with my friends. Can you blame me? Okay, I'm on my way there. I'm actually almost there. One thing about setting yearly goals is that there's a risk that you will completely forget about it until the end of the year, and then when you check that list, you will be disappointed with how much you have achieved in that year. That tends to happen, to me at least. So I think it is important to do this checkpoint, as I call it, because to be honest, I kind of forgot that I made a list of goals in the first place. I had to look up where did I write my goals. I found that I have written some of them on this planner. I actually still use this planner, like I wasn't lying, but I use it as my weekly planner. I didn't really check the first entries. Okay, so we have this page. It titles itself as goal setting. Let's have a look. The first one is financially. I want to start investing. I did start, but I haven't really reaped the benefits that much, but it's a start. I started learning, try to find more ways to save other than just let it sit on my bank account. So that is a good start. The second one is in terms of career or studies. I want to learn more. I want to read, watch, and join courses. I don't think I've done anything like that, but I did learn some new things because I have set some new goals which I needed to learn about. I guess I didn't really fail at this, but this goal looks different to me now than it did when I wrote this down. But I guess that's the thing about life. Like, we can plan and we can set some goals, but on the journey it might look different, and that's okay. In terms of socials and relationships, I want to make plans with my friends more. I want to visit friends in different cities or countries more and be genuinely happy with the company that I have. I think I regularly go out with my friends here, and I did fly to meet my friends. I went to Jakarta, and I am also planning another trip for the second half of this year. Physical health. I want to be more consistent, especially on days when I feel tired. I did have like a really good training plan for a half marathon earlier this year, which I didn't really finish, but I think I just like the idea that I can be consistent if I really set my mind to, so I'm really trying to get back to that training plan. In terms of negative thoughts or behaviors that I wanted to let go of, I wanted to stop focusing on what I didn't have instead of the blessings, and I wanted to stop seeing things in the negative lens. A work in progress. One thing that I will do just for fun and personal fulfillment is I want to dress up more for myself and have a date with myself. I didn't really do that. In fact, I think I started wearing less makeup lately, but I think it's a good thing because it wasn't like I didn't have the energy to do that, but I just kind of found more confidence in wearing less makeup. So I think that is also growth. I also wanted to become someone who is more at peace and happy. Also a work in progress, but I think I have made some progress in that. Lastly, I want to travel overseas on my own this year. Haven't achieved that, made some plans. I don't think I will because I have made plans to travel locally, but I really don't think that's a bad thing. I also wrote some other things on a different page. I made a 2026 bucket list. I wanted to run a half marathon or at least another 10k. I tried to do that, didn't get tickets, so I ran the 5k, and I think for the rest of the year I don't really have to necessarily run a half marathon, but I want to be able to run that length because I found out that I actually enjoy running by myself more. And then I wanted to start a book club in town. I haven't done that, but I did start a 2-person book club with my friend Ava, and I love that. That is like our way of staying in touch and remind ourselves to call each other yoga regularly. Maybe I will do that in the second half of the year. I want to reapply for this program that I tried last year, but haven't really gotten in. I'm not gonna say what it is yet because I don't want to jinx it and put it out in the world just yet. But I did apply, so fingers crossed. I want to redo my room and make it feel more like me, and that is one of the first things that I did this year. I want to see Five Sauce, and I can finally say I have gotten tickets to see them later this year. I'm so excited. Those are my goals from my planner, and I also want to remind myself of this vision board that I made. Okay, let me see. I think it's pretty similar to what I wrote down on my planner. I want to see Five Sauce. I want to hang out with my friends more. I want to be making more videos. I'm still working on that, but I believe that I've been doing better than last year. I have been consistently keeping this aesthetic visually, I think. Oh my god. There's this photo of a girl with her full outfit, and that is kind of the aesthetic that I wanted to go for, and I am now literally wearing pretty much the exact same thing. And the other thing that I didn't realize that I have done is that I have a photo of laptop with breakfast at Tiffany's, and I actually started watching Audrey Hepburn's movie last week, so that is really cute. I think it's not like that big of a deal, but I wanted to put more things that just made me happy instead of like all long-term life plans. I think it's important to keep things fun. Okay, the next part of the video is setting my intentions for the rest of the year. I want to write down some simple goals, maybe not goals, but just things that I want to do on the second half of 2026. Again, like I said, it doesn't really have to be big life goal that really sets up the tone of your long-term life plans, but some of them are really just for the giggles. I want to find the outfit style and colors, like in terms of clothing, makeup, and accessories that I feel really good and confident in. I think I'm on my way there, but I kind of want to feel better about how I look, about my confidence. And then the second thing is I want to read more. Let me check how many books I've read this year. I have read 15 books so far. That is not bad at all, but that is so much less than I did last year and the year before that. Last year I read 60 books in a year, and the year before that I think it was like 64 or something, and I know that is like kind of excessive, but why did I say I want to read more? It is because I just haven't felt enjoyment in reading like I used to, and I really miss that. I also want to go out and take photos and feel pretty, maybe at least once a month. I know that is not at all ambitious, but I think that's realistic. I used to take photos all the time of like every single thing that I found pretty when I was in Melbourne, and I haven't really done that. When I looked at my camera roll, it's kind of boring, and I realized that one of the reasons why it is what it is because I just romanticized my life more when I was abroad. I think it's a shame that I haven't really been doing that anymore. I don't know, I think it just makes me feel more grateful about the things around me when I did that. The next thing is I want to consume healthier and wiser. What I meant by wiser is because I kept consuming dairy knowing that it is not good for me, and just be more consistent and find a good pattern, because sometimes I can go on a really healthy grind and then not do that for a week straight, and I think that is not sustainable. I want to improve my small business's performance, especially in this economy. It's kind of been challenging, so I want to find more new creative ways to grow the business. I guess that is the one like true goal that I have on this list. I also want to be less anxious when facing obstacles. I just want to face things head on with a clear and calm mindset, and I want to practice doing that. I mentioned this before, but I want to aim for a half marathon. See that I didn't write I want to join the half marathon, but I want to practice as if I am aiming for that length. The next thing is I want to post on LinkedIn more. Like, I'm not necessarily looking for jobs at this moment, but I've heard stories of how my friends got some opportunities just because other people found them on LinkedIn, and I think that is interesting and worth giving a shot. I have a LinkedIn account solely just to keep my networks, like to connect with some people that I met in Melbourne, but I literally never posted anything on there. We're almost at the end of the list. Next, I want to make new friends. I think I have gotten so comfortable in the circle that I am in right now that I haven't really met new people, and I think I need to do that more. And the last thing is I want to put more time into hobbies. In my mid-20s, like, I should be doing more silly things, and I want to put more time and energy into that, like literally just side questing all the time. That sounds like really fun. That is my simple goals for the rest of the year. It's really not that much, but I think it's important that we remind ourselves about things like this, because otherwise we're just gonna keep it in the back of our head and never actually do it. Speaking of wanting to get into more hobbies, I reckoned that this was the right time to pull this up. I have this paint by number set from a photo of Oscar Piastri. My friends gave this to me on my birthday, which was 8 months ago. I wasn't always the type of person who enjoys this, but I tried it last year and really enjoyed it, which was why my friends gave this to me. So I'm glad I didn't have to paint his face because the result would have been traumatizing to look at. I was planning to do this little by little over the span of a week, but I couldn't stop myself, and I finished this the day after I started.